Hey girls, it's Monday, and this week we're doing Draw My Life. Let's get started. So I was born on March 23rd, 1988, and I was born in Aries, but I really never felt like an Aries. My mom said I was born in a blizzard, and it was really dramatic, but I don't know about that. When I was born, she said two main things happened. I was 9.5 pounds and my eyes were open, which is weird. Oh well. I was also called Mookie because of the baseball player who was around that time. Well, I have a big family, so try to keep up. That's my mom, Deborah, and my dad, Fernando, and we have my oldest sister, Kim, my youngest sister, Kelly, my brother, Eric, and my brother, Adam, which is cool because I'm the fourth kid of my mom, who's also the fourth child of her family, and they have all these kids too. On my dad's side, I have 13 aunts and uncles and all their kids too. It's a pretty big Portuguese family. I'm pretty proud of that. My mom gets jealous sometimes though, and she'll call us porky brats sometimes. It's all in good fun. So when I was a kid, I liked a couple weird stuff. I loved giraffes, and I learned everything about them that I could learn about them. Like they have 9 stomachs. That's pretty cool. I also like watching Egypt documentaries with my grandfather in the morning. We would always watch them together on the History Channel. And my mom introduced me to reading in the bathtub. And I would read anything, especially any of the books she had lying around, which was pretty weird because I was kind of young and I didn't really understand what was going on, but I just liked reading. In fifth grade, I had this teacher, Mr. Tamburino, who told us part of our curriculum was going to be writing a story every month. And at the time, I was like, really? We're only in fifth grade where we're going to be writing stories? Well, that's weird. But as we went through the year, he taught us different mechanics of writing. And I found out that I really kind of liked doing it. And he would give us a subject to write about every month, and we would just create weird stories to go with them. And I had a lot of fun doing it. So, alright, I'll do this at home. I'll write about fanfic on my dad's really old Gateway computer. And the only fanfic that I really wrote was Dragon Ball Z because my entire family was obsessed with it, all my brothers and sisters, so I would write. And then my sister Kelly would make fun of me for writing, but I would be like, oh, it's homework. It's alright. I'm not weird. In sixth grade, I was given a copy of Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets. It's my first Harry Potter book, and my mom hadn't realized it was the second book in the series, but I still read it. And I liked it so much that I started to write fanfic in a little journal for it. And I wrote about Tamora, and she was a Mary Sue. In middle and high school, I had a really nice group of friends. I'm still friends with them. We were all kind of geeky, either with music or art or writing. And we all got along. It was great. Um, they were really nice about reading my stories, and they were mostly my first readers that I can remember. And they would give me feedback and tell me what they liked about it. And it was the first time where I really got to see people liking what I wrote. In high school, I started blogging on Zanga. I'm not sure if you guys remember it. It was an interesting experience. And I got used to writing every day from blogging on the site. And eventually, I would put up my fanfic I was really proud of, and you can probably still hunt it down on the internet somewhere. And then I was like, I'm going to do an original story. I'm just going to write about someone that's no, and she's going to be so original, and no, she was boring. She was a Mary Sue, and I hated writing about her. And I was like, what? Why am I so bad at this? I don't understand. I was writing all the time. I shouldn't be good at this by now. But then I remembered when I was younger, my brother Adam told me about this weird thing called NaNoWriMo. And I was like, I don't know what that is, but I've heard of it before. don't remember where. And it occurred to me that I had picking up No Plot, No Problem at Barnes& and Noble without realizing it. And I read about writing Magna Cartas, about what you like to read and not read in stories. And I was like, oh, maybe that'll work. So I sat down and I pretty much used all my resources to decide to plan what I liked and what I didn't like about writing. And I remembered Mr. T's class in 5th grade, and I thought about what No Plot, No Problem said about the Magna Carta, about writing in general, so I was like, well, let's just try it. It couldn't hurt. So I wrote down a list, and it was my first list, and I realized I have really picky things that I like to read about. So I was like, well, I should probably just write about those things, and I wrote The Fifth Member. And Kelly didn't make fun of me anymore because she actually really liked The Fifth Member, so that was cool. In 2006, I went to SUNY at Albany, and for art history, it was pretty cool. I met my roommate Elise, we're still friends, she's really snarky, and we would make fun of the preppy girls around campus who went to class in their Uggs, and it was pretty funny. I had a good time until my parents moved to North Carolina in the middle of my junior year, and I couldn't afford the in-state taxes, so I had to move too. And at the time, I was working and not really writing, so I reached out to the writing community, and I came across this person named Amanda. And we wrote a story together about these people called Rosamore and Argo, and it was a lot of fun. And then we came up with Evangeline and Drina, also a lot of fun. And she was really good at writing, and she said that I was really good at writing. And it was weird because I had never met someone who wrote as much as I did. This one day we were talking, and then we talked the entire day without writing. We just talked about everything. Our families, our history with writing, with reading, and I was like, wow, that's weird. I remember thinking, I just talked to you for the entire day, and I didn't even realize it. And eventually, we kind of liked each other. Well, it was confusing because Amanda was not a boy. She was a girl. And I was like, well, she's also a bunch of other things that I really like in a person. Besides being a good writer and liking what I wrote, well, those were pretty important. She was not a boy. She was a girl. And I've thought about it for a long time, and I was like, I guess what I like about her is her personality. And in the end, that's all that really mattered to me. Because eventually we did fall in love. And it turns out I like girls. Just Amanda mostly. Eventually we moved to North Carolina together, and we're happy, and we had a dog named Mona that Julie talked about in her video. But I was in a writing slump, and I didn't understand why. So I was writing The Vaulted Sky, but it was going very slow. One day, I remembered my brother again talking about NaNoWriMo, and I went on the website the second week of October, and I signed up. And I was like, what the heck did I just do? I just committed myself to writing 50,000 words. And the moment I made the decision to do NaNoWriMo, I turned on my computer and I recorded a video talking about how I was freaking out because I didn't have any idea what I was going to write about. No characters, no plot. And I was like, this is so weird. But then as I read in the comments and in the forum, I wasn't the only one freaking out. So that was nice. And it turns out I actually won that first year. And I was so happy because I wrote a book. And I had never done that before. And looking back on it now, I realized that I won a lot of stuff that year. I mean, I realized that I could sit down and write every day. And I could come up with a plot. And I could be focused and actually do what I like to do. Thanks to NaNoWriMo, I had actually written 3 books, working on the 4th one this year. And as you guys know, Tara contacted us and we started this channel, and I met all you guys, and I met everyone else on the NaNoWriMo site, and basically the little community had grown, and I was so happy. Still happy. And also the Volta Skybook got finished, which is awesome, because I didn't think it would ever finish. So I guess what I'm trying to say is I just want to thank everybody who helped me with my writing, everyone watching this, and everyone in those writer girls. You guys are the best, and I'm so happy to be part of this community. So thank you.